Hi, friend, and welcome to Take a Little Break, Mama. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Lynne, mama to two beautiful girls, both still nursing, 20 sticky fingers, and endless questions. And today we're diving into something deeply meaningful, something you might not even realize you're longing for. This episode is about writing to your babies. Not because you have to be a writer, not because you have to be poetic or profound, but because putting our hearts onto paper, or even just snapping that photo and jotting a note, can be one of the most beautiful ways to stay connected, to remember, and to pass on a legacy of love. It's something I absolutely love doing. 1 to 2 minutes a day works great. So pour a warm drink or snuggle your little one tight because we're about to take a gentle break and rediscover the joy of telling our story, one memory at a time. The other night, after a long, loud day, I found myself sitting on the edge of my bed with my note app open. Inside, there were pages of little moments, things I'd jotted down in stolen minutes, like the time my daughter whispered, "I love you too much," or how the baby laughs when I tickle her chin. Tiny memories that would have vanished into the blur of motherhood if I hadn't written them down. And I thought, someday they'll want to know this, and someday I'll want to remember it. Mama, can I tell you something? Writing to your child, whether it's in a journal, on your phone, or in the back of a grocery receipt, isn't about being organized. It's about honoring the beauty of now. Because the days are long, but the memories, they're slippery. You think you'll remember the way their voice sounded when they said "mama" for the first time, or how it felt to watch them sleep on your chest, all breath and peace. But time moves fast, and so much of what feels unforgettable today will become a soft blur. That's why journaling is a gift. It's a gift for you because it grounds you in the present moment. And it's a gift for them because one day they'll get to see the world through your eyes. They'll get to read about how deeply they were loved before they could even speak. They'll see that on the days you were tired and unsure and messy, you still showed up. You still love them wildly. That kind of record, it's priceless. And it doesn't have to be daily. It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be one sentence before bed. Today, you learned how to roll over. You smiled so big when you realized you could do it. It could be a note every birthday, a snapshot of a scribbled drawing with a caption like, "You told me this was a dinosaur, and I believed you." Or it could be a letter every once in a while that starts with, "Dear baby, here's what I want you to know." You're not just writing for now. You're writing for the future version of your child and the future version of you. When they're grown, you'll have pieces of the little moments to hold on to. When you're older and the house is quiet, you'll have echoes of the magic. And they'll have proof that their childhood was drenched in love, even on the hard days. And if writing isn't your thing, you can photograph it. You can capture the messy face, the chalk-covered knees, the way their eyes light up when you read their favorite book. And just add a little caption to remind yourself what mattered in that moment. This isn't about creating a curated scrapbook for social media. This is about creating evidence for you and your child that you were there, that you were present, that you loved them in the most ordinary, extraordinary ways. So take the picture, write the note, open a blank page, and pour your heart out. Even if it's messy, even if you're tired, especially if you're tired. Because someday they'll ask, "What was I like as a baby?" And you'll have the words. Here's a simple, gentle tip to take with you. Start a Dear Baby note in your phone, or a journal, or the Notes app, or even the back of that appointment card in your diaper bag, and write one little thing. It doesn't have to be deep or poetic, just real. Dear baby, today you chased bubbles in the yard and laughed so hard you fell over. Or, dear baby, today was hard. We both cried, but I still love you more than words can say. One moment a week, or one sentence a month. Over time, those small reflections become a beautiful collection of love letters your child will treasure, and in the process, you'll treasure them too. A. Milne once said, "Sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart." Thank you for taking this quiet moment with me, Mama. Motherhood is wild and beautiful and overwhelming, and sometimes the only way to hold on to the beauty is to write it down before it disappears into the noise. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to remember. You don't need fancy journals or long essays. You just need your heart. And your child, they don't need a perfect scrapbook. They just need to know you saw them and loved them exactly as they were. Your words are a gift. Your story matters. And the ordinary days, they're worth remembering. Until next time, open your heart and take a little break, Mama.